Hi guys, how you doing? It's Holly here. I'm here with Laurel, and I'm going to be changing her out of her pajamas and into this cute little pink onesie, which is incredibly soft. I can't even describe it. I'm sure it's like a knit cotton, but it is so soft. And it's got this little white eyelet lace around the what do you call that, the bodice part of the onesie, and then it's got these pretty little embroidered pink and green flowers, where they're pink flowers and has some white flowers, and then they have the green leaves on them. It's got little flutter sleeves, and the lace goes all the way around to the back, and it snaps down the back, and then it has elastic in the legs. So we're going to be putting that on her. And I may just leave her barefooted. It is extremely hot out there today. She's all covered up right now because she's been sleeping and it was cold in the house. But let's wake her up. Hey, Laurel. Rise and shine, little one. Hi, sweetheart. There's those open eyes. There's those open eyes. Let's cover up Kelly right now. Hi. You want to wake up? Say hi to everybody? Huh? Look at this. She just opens those eyes so bright. There she is. And make sure y'all can see her. So I've tried several different ways to film her in the crib, and finally decided it would be better if I just did her here on the bed. That seems to be the best way that y'all get to see her. So hello, precious. Hello, my precious. So the last time I videoed, you got mostly my arm, and I apologize for that. So let's take your lovey. And while I change her, I wanted to tell y'all that she has gone visiting with me again, and I wanted to tell y'all about that. So let's get her out of this. She's got on a little sleeper that is sort of a cream color or off-white, and it snaps out down the side with a ruffle all the way down, and it's got these beautiful pink roses, again with the green leaves on them. We're just all into pink flowers and green leaves today, aren't we, huh? And she's got the little hat that matches, so we're going to take that off. Sweet girl. Now this is actually a size 3 months, which she generally wears newborn. But I had this, it's never been worn. I thought, well, that'd be cute on her. And it really isn't that too terribly big on her, actually. So it fit nice. And of course, you know, jammies. It's nice to have some loose fitting jammies. I like mine kind of loose fitting. So I wanted to tell y'all about our visit. So yesterday, my husband and I were out and about and did some errands and bought some things for the house and stuff. And we came home, and it was late in the evening, almost 6. I think about 5:30. And he decided he was going to go play golf. And normally I would go play with him. But I did not want to go because they stopped renting the golf carts at 5 o'clock. And he said, well, we could walk the course. Well, when it's 90 plus degrees, it was like mid-90s yesterday, hot as Hades, there was no way I was going to walk the golf course and play. No. So I opted not to go. But I encouraged him to go because he needed to. And so he left to go play golf, and I was in the house, and I thought, you know what, I'm going to go see my friend Lee, because I haven't seen her in a while because of the pandemic and everything. I ran into her at the grocery store, and we stood there talking forever. That was a few weeks ago. So I decided we would go out to see my friend Lee. I called her to see what she was up to, and she wasn't busy, and she said, oh yes, please come out. So I decided to take Laurel with me, and so it's really funny. When we got, and Laurel and I got there, I was getting her out of the car, and oh yeah, it does. I guess I'm gonna have to take this over her head. Can we take this passy out? Laurel, can I have the passy? Thank you, baby. So I was getting out. Her husband was coming out the door, and he said, he saw me with the baby, and he goes, oh, who we got here? And I had, you know, she was kind of wrapped in that little blanket she was just covered in. And I brought him over. She had her passy in her mouth, and he stood there and he was looking at her, and he just, the look on his face, he was like, he wasn't sure what he was looking at. And I said, this is Laurel. And he said, he just kept looking, he couldn't say anything, and finally I couldn't help any longer anymore, and I said, she's a doll. And he went, what? And he was so funny. I wish I could have gotten the expression on his face, because he thought he was looking at a baby, but he knew something wasn't quite right, because of course she wasn't blinking. And when I would move, she would move. So he was just not comprehending what he was looking at. And it just tickled me so much. And so anyway, when I finally told him it was a doll, he was like, oh my gosh, she looks so real. He said, he said, I thought it was a real baby. So then I went inside, and Lee came up, and of course she was just all over her. Now Lee is absolutely, totally over the moon for Kai, who's been talking on that phone again. I tell you, Teddy, I don't know what they talk about, and you can't understand the word they're saying, but they seem to understand it. They just in here going blah, blah, baby talk. There we go, honey. This little blanket is so slick it keeps sliding off. Here, let's get that fixed. Come here, Chico. Yeah, but anyway, he's been on that phone. So, of course, Lee came over. She just immediately felt, and she knew that, you know, I collect dolls and everything. And she was just so taken by her. She just held her and held her. And I was telling her about her husband, how he reacted to her, and we were laughing about that. So then, those little booties look kind of cute with that. They look kind of cute with that, don't they? Let me find her a hairbrush. Hang on one second. Okay. How come I have tons of hairbrushes and now I can't find any of them? Here's one. So anyway, she said, oh, I want to take her over to see, it was her niece and her sister-in-law. She said, I want to take Laurel over to see them. So we hop in her, she has a golf cart, because they live on a farm, and it's pretty big. So we hop in the golf cart, me and Lee and Laurel, and we take off, and we go over to see her niece and her sister-in-law. There you go, sweet baby. You want something to hold on to, play with? I'm not going to put any headbands or anything in her hair. I just love her hair the way it is. And this is just such a cute little outfit all by itself. Get her bunny. There you go. There's a little bunny. There's a little bunny. Kissy there, and kissy there, and kissy there, kissy there. Oh, it's so sweet. Sounds so sweet. So anyway, get her where she's looking at y'all. So we get up there, and you know they're standing they're in a fenced-in yard or whatever. Let's see if y'all see her okay. There you go, Laurel. There we go. There we go. That's it. So I heard Kathy say as we drove up, she goes, "Oh, they got a baby." And Lee just started laughing. And so we got out of the golf cart, walked up to the fence, and Candace comes walking up. And she goes, "Oh my goodness, look at this little one." And she held her, but she still didn't know it wasn't a real baby. And finally when she figured it out, she was just amazed. Well, Kathy came over, but she stood a ways away. She said, "Oh, I don't want to come near her." She said, "I don't want to give her anything." You know, she didn't know she wasn't real. So that was a lot of fun. Then when she found out that it was a doll, but she kept saying it was amazed at how her legs and her arms and moves. She goes, "I swear that was a real baby." She said, "Look at her little pink cheeks." And she was just going on and on. So that was Laurel's third visit. Now I don't take my babies out. You see me? Hi guys. I don't take my babies out normally, but this one I just couldn't resist. So she has been visiting 3 times. She went over to her sister Courtney's house, her big sister Courtney's house, and she's been to my next door neighbor's house, Janice's, and then now she's been out to see her Aunt Lee. And so I thought, I took a picture. Oh, Lee kept taking pictures. She took pictures of Laurel by herself, and then she was trying to take a picture of her with Laurel, and I said, "I'll take it for you." So I did. And I got her to send me that picture, so I'll tack that on at the end. But she's one of my reunion group sisters, and she loves my babies too. So anyway, I just thought I'd come on. My husband's outside putting up a new light and fan outside in the breezeway, and so I thought I'd come in here and spend some time with you and Laurel. So I hope you're all having a wonderful weekend and a great Sunday. We had a good time with the Lord this morning in church, and then we get to come home and spend time with this beautiful little baby. So spent time with the Lord and now with an angel. So I hope you're all doing well. I hope you enjoy the rest of your weekend. Thank you so much for all your comments on my beautiful girl. And I'll see. Let me show you something here. I want to show you these two. Look at that. Sophie and Khaleesi are hugging on this Sasha, my tiger, one of my Jellycat tigers. And they are just having a little babbling conversation. And then over here, I've got Julia and Will are doing tummy time, and they're sitting there gabbing away at each other. Aren't they sweet? So anyway, I thought y'all like to see that. And then my sweet little Laurel, and I will tack that picture on at the end, so stay tuned for that. And I hope to see y'all real soon. I am doing grandma camp this next week with my 3 grandsons that are here, and my best friend Susan has her 2 grandsons. So we're spending the week together swimming and bike riding. We're going to go out to Lee's farm and see her new calves, and so we've got a whole week planned. And then this weekend I'm driving up to pick up my Oklahoma grandbabies, meeting my son in Corsicana, which is halfway, and picking them up. So I'm going to have all 5 of them next week, and we're looking forward to it, though. I'm going to have Sydney and Lucas here for 2 weeks, and I'm so excited. I can't wait to see them. So maybe I can get to do a video with Sydney while she's down here, because she's my little granddaughter that absolutely loves dolls as much as I do. Okay, so thank you all again for coming by. Know that we love you, and they're always glad to see you, and always glad to get your comments. See you soon. Bye-bye.